Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day, whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening. I'm glad you're here. Today we've got a cool kind of a trilogy review of a knife that has, through many iterations, found its way into my collection, and now I feel like I have the perfect TRM nerd. Before I get started on this, I just want to do a quick shout out and thank you to the channel members. Thank you, thank you. And then I also want to thank any of you who come through to watch my content. I appreciate it. If you're so inclined and you'd like to help me out, please hit that subscribe button and that bell notification icon, and it'll really help me out. So Three Rivers Manufacturing, TRM. They are, without a doubt, my favorite for my type of cutting, my type of usage, a USA manufacturer. Very simple designs. This is their smallest design, the Nerd. These are on washers. They are typically 20 CV and either micarta, G10, titanium when you get up to the top. And so what I did is I've been collecting TRMs since I got into the knife game. I've actually got quite a collection of TRMs. There's only, I want to say, one variation and a new TRM that I don't have. So the next size up from the little Nerd is the TRM Neutron. Another thin, slicey blade. I have it outfitted in titanium, 20 CV. And then along the same lines, you have the TRM Atom. Those knives came through. I collected those, used different scale materials, finally got to where I could afford the titanium scales. And that was my plan for this Neutron right here. Because you see, I've been a fan of the Neutron for quite a while. When the first Holy Nerd, I said Neutron, when the first Holy Nerd came out, I had to pick one up. It was in 20 CV. When the first Nerd that I was made aware of came out, when I had my Neutron and my Atom, I didn't have my Shadow yet, I had to have it because the knife is so small. Just talking about its form factor now, it is so small, it is so light, it is so ergonomical, and it has the tallest, thinnest, best flat grind action and blade geometry that you could hope for a fifth pocket knife or really any pocket knife. So that started me in with this Nerd. I think I have 2 or 3 sets of scales. I've got a black set of G10 scales. I've got this set of scales, and this is my OG Nerd in 20 CV. This is my first Holy Nerd in 20 CV, where they took the push out here and they gave you an actual deployment hole. Even though this knife's on washers, it's very resilient, has very strong lockup, very thin blade, very tall grind, and I absolutely love this knife. So much that I had been talking to the girls at TRM and I had them put me back a set of titanium Nerd scales. I was going to buy them for this Nerd. About a week before I was going to Nashville Blade Show, one of the gals sent me an Instagram message and said there's a lonely titanium Nerd sitting in the garage sale. Nobody's bought it yet, and it's in MAGNACUT. And so that's all I needed to say, okay, I'm going to pay $250 for scales, or I can pay roughly $360 and get another Nerd and have it in CPM MAGNACUT as opposed to CPM 20 CV. And so me being a knife addict, not needing a lot to sway me, it was done deal, right? So I ordered it. This is the 20 CV. And just so you guys know, this is the old 20 CV that's not seen a sharpener. They are very, very slicey little titanium liner locks. And then we've got our MAGNACUT. I want to say heat treated at 63, 64. And you don't even hear it pass through the paper. For those of you therapeutic cutters, this is a great one. And what I love about the Nerd, and I don't hear enough people talk about it, the Nerd's the smallest knife, well, the smallest locking knife in the TRM universe. And then you've got, like I showed you, the Neutron and the Atom. And then you've got their flagship, the Shadow. When I look at the Shadow and I look at the Nerd, I see a lot of similarities there. And I think the similarities share the wonderful ergo and this absolutely dialed in cutting geometry on this particular blade style, guys. It just cut in. It just bites. But yeah, the Nerd, I've had this knife now for, gosh, almost 2 months since it came in. It wasn't one that I did a lot of fanfare on because it was a knife that I'd reviewed in 2 different configurations. I've done a lot of different overviews, reviews on my TRM collection because it is no doubt that they are my #1 knife maker in the USA. Not just because of the knives that they make, but because of the people that they are. The way that they're engaging with the community, the way that they always have time to talk knives to me. I'm learning every day, guys, and when I can learn from people like that, it means a lot to me, and I appreciate them for it. And they're so charitable. But let's do a couple of quick size comparisons, then we'll get a weight, a measurement. Much, much smaller than the Cold Steel 4MAX, which is no surprise to anybody. Right around the same size as our Civivi Baby Banter, which means that it's going to be smaller than both our Bug Out, and it's going to be much smaller than our Baby Bug Out. But a good Civivi size knife, 5th pocket carry knife. Let's see what that translates into if we were going to measure this guy out. So 5 inches total length with the blade of 2 1/4, a cutting edge of 2 1/4, handle of 3 1/4. To that front choil, I've got 3 1/4, right under 3 1/4 from here to here. And then if you want to get some ideas on the thickness of this little guy, your blade stock's 0.0915 all the way down to 0.0245, and a handle that's contoured that's going to come in at 0.3840. So guys, that is the 3rd rendition of my experience of the Nerd. And it's the MAGNACUT Holy Nerd with titanium scales. And I absolutely love it. Comes in at 2.3 ounces on about a 2.3 inch blade. Doesn't get much better than that, guys. And it's a fantastic little knife. I hope you guys found this somehow entertaining, informative, maybe historical. But guys, Three Rivers Manufacturing. They've got a lot of different knives there, about 4 or 5 different styles. I'm sure you can find one you like. I promise you, if you're looking for something that'll slice, TRM won't let you down. Got the best customer service in the game. They do everything right here in the US. And I appreciate you checking out my video. I love each and every one of you. And all I ask is please look out for that guy or gal to your left. Please look out for that guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart. Choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.